Buenos días.
Buenos días, Mrs. Brett.
¿Cómo están?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Qué día es hoy?
Hoy es jueves 19 de enero 2017.
Muy bien. You guys are getting really good at that. So you're listening to my 4-5 period, 2016-2017 students, 6th graders. This is the keynote on los vegetales, legumbres, and verduras. All different, 3 different ways to say vegetables. So everybody repeat vegetales.
Vegetales.
And if you remember, the G followed by the E gives you the soft G sound, vegetales. Please repeat legumbres.
Legumbres.
And verduras.
Verduras.
Very nice. So let's get started. Number 1, número 1. La zanahoria. Please repeat.
La zanahoria.
It's a mean looking bunny rabbit. So remember the Z has an S sound, so you don't say zanahoria, right? Or zanahoria, because the H doesn't have a sound. So it's kind of a tricky word. S for the Z, silent H. Zanahoria.
Zanahoria.
Good job. And that obviously is a carrot. Next, we have el pepino. Please repeat.
El pepino.
And that's what we use for cucumber, pepino. Next, we have la cebolla. Please repeat.
La cebolla.
So far we don't have any real cognates, but there are some coming up, so hang tight. La cebolla is an onion. La lechuga, please repeat.
La lechuga.
Not really a cognate, but it does start with an LE, just like lettuce, so you can underline that just so you can remember as like a cue or a clue. La lechuga. Next, we have la papa. Please repeat.
La papa.
And it's really, or we also have another word is patata. Please repeat.
Patata.
You do need to know both pronunciations. And la papa can be, depending on where you put the accent, it can also mean your father, papa. Or if you put the accent on the first A, papa, it's the Pope. So be careful not to call your dad a potato. Next, we have los frijoles. Please repeat.
Los frijoles.
You guys should know this from los frijoles from frijoles negros, or how many of you have called it frijoles? You've heard frijoles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so beans. El pimiento, please repeat.
El pimiento.
That is a bell pepper, and you would just label it using the color, so el pimiento rojo, or el pimiento verde, or el pimiento amarillo. El apio, please repeat.
El apio.
Very good. El apio. Again, not a cognate, but you got to memorize it. There really isn't a trick. This one's probably the one that's the trickiest of this whole list because of the 2 words, and they don't have anything to do with each other. But a lot of students confuse this one with another word, and I'll explain it to you when I get to that word. But this one is el guisante. Please repeat.
El guisante.
So when you have a G, a U, and an I together, it forms a whole different sound. Instead of saying gui, you say gi. Okay? So guisante. And then we have los chícharos.
Los chícharos.
And there's an S missing on that, the ending of chicharo. That's just one P. So los chícharos. And that's all. Those are 2 ways to say the peas that come in a pea pod. La calabaza, please repeat.
La calabaza.
and that is a pumpkin. I think this next word might look a little familiar. El elote, but maybe el maíz. How many of you have heard el maíz? Yes, maize. Okay, please repeat el elote.
El elote.
And el maíz.
El maíz.
Please put an accent on the I. There's not an accent on my slide, so you guys will need to add that. And you'll need to know both of these words, elote and maíz. And those are both words for corn. Next up, we have two more words for one English word. And that is el hongo. Please repeat.
El hongo.
Silent H, right? And the second one is a really pretty word. I love it because it's so French. It's called el champignon.
El champignon.
It reminds me of a champion. Okay, so those are all words for mushroom. El hongo, el champignon. Finally, a cognate. Yay. Everybody, el broccoli.
El broccoli.
Let's try that again. I put the accent on that I, but we got to put it on the O. El broccoli.
El broccoli.
In English, we say broccoli, right? So we have to actually say that same emphasis on that same O again in Spanish. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yes, good job. So yay for cognates. Go ahead and start it. We like cognates. Next up, we have la remolacha. Please repeat.
La remolacha.
Cha-cha-cha. Is that number 15?
Yeah.
So this is number 16 here.
15.
This is 15. Okay. El coliflor. Please repeat.
El coliflor.
Do you hear the cognate in that? Yes. For cauliflower, coliflor. Flower in Spanish is flor. So you can see part of the word in the word, which is why we call it a cognate. Next we have la berenjena. Please repeat.
La berenjena.
Again, a B, berenjena. Lots of E's in that word, berenjena. Another cognate. El jengibre. Please repeat.
El jengibre.
Ginger. How many of you cook with ginger or have seen your parents cook with ginger? It's good for you. El jengibre. El ajo. Please repeat.
El ajo.
I love garlic. Garlic. El ajo. Next we have la jicama. Please repeat.
La jicama.
Jicama. Jicama. Can't get this one wrong. Salud. Next up, we have la espinaca. Please repeat.
La espinaca.
Do you see spinach in there? Yeah, I would say it's a cognate. You can start it. El rábano. Please repeat.
El rábano.
And I like to say that rabbits like to eat radish. So you can kind of see rabbit in rábano. Maybe that'll help you. Remember, rábano. This word here is not really a cognate, but I like to make it into a cognate. So we call it la alcachofa. Please repeat. Again, la alcachofa.
La alcachofa.
And it's an artichoke, but we can kind of say artichoka. And that might help you with alcachofa. Because you can it's not a cognate, but it does have the CHO that you find in artichoke. Alcachofa. So try to keep that, underline the CHO, and see if you can remember that when you are practicing studying your vocabulary. Next up, la col or el repollo. 2 words for cabbage. Please repeat, la col.
La col.
And el repollo.
El repollo.
Now, do you know what a pollo is?
Chicken.
It is chicken. It's the kind you eat. When it's alive, we call it something different. So you can think of a chicken served with cabbage for el repollo. And next up, this one is one of my favorite words because it says el cacahuate.
El cacahuate.
So please repeat el cacahuate.
El cacahuate.
It's just funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, who names their peanuts cacahuates? So next time you go to Heroes or a restaurant that serves peanuts, you can say, would you like some cacahuate? Or you can ask for, may I have some cacahuate? And they're going to look at you funny. Okay, here we go. La aceituna.
La aceituna.
What is aceite?
Oil.
It is. Good. Now we're saying aceituna.
Aceituna.
That's right. And that means that's an olive. So you could say olive oil is aceite de aceituna. This has got to be one of my favorite vegetables, the sweet potato. So good. El camote, please repeat.
El camote.
Very nice. We're almost done, guys. Next up, a cognate. Go ahead and start. El espárrago. Please repeat.
El espárrago.
Make sure you trill that double R. El espárrago. Let's try it. El espárrago. Repeat.
El espárrago.
Good. I think you can remember this next one. El chile.
El chile.
It's the chili pepper. The spicy kind. So remember I was telling you a lot of students confuse this one with the other one. The peas, remember it's chícharos and guisante. Then this is one of the ones that gets missed the most. So this one we call la habichuela. Please repeat.
La habichuela.
And el ejote.
El ejote.
So not elote. Elote is corn. Ejote. La habichuela, el ejote for green beans. So you're really going to have to study these words because there are multiple words that are totally different one from the other. it's almost like you have double the amount, but you don't have double the amount of time to study. So good luck with your studying, guys, and thank you for joining me.